Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you had a fabulous year till here. We got some more days to go. I know. Well, that was a dope prime actually. Okay, I'm here in our Studio One. You maybe noticed from earlier vlogs if you watched my channel lately. It was a super dope year. We started off with the Payback Media Group here in Schaffhausen, with the studios in here and everything. I'm sitting actually back in the makeup department at the moment because over there in the hall and everywhere we have such a mess. I can maybe show you that in a minute. But yeah, we're moving and expanding, so we bought a lot of furniture and a lot of office stuff, and it's all back there in the studio. Yeah. Let's just get to the point. So I thought it would be fun to do a little video about my year, about the things I liked, loved, or enjoyed this year. And there were quite a lot. So to start off, when I started off the new episode of the vlogs this year, it was like May or April. And then in June we went to LA for a whole summer, and then we came back. We were in New York a couple of days for some events, and well, we did all of Europe here and shooting stuff like that. So I have found my favorite hotels of 2017, and the list isn't that long actually because it takes a lot for me to become a favorite hotel. But one of the big favorites is the one we've just returned from, which is the Kempinski Vier Jahreszeit. It's like 4 seasons, but it's German Vier Jahreszeiten, which means 4 seasons. I don't know if they're related. I don't think so because it's a Kempinski hotel, but I have no idea. Well, that's it. It's the Kempinski in Munich, and we've just returned this night actually from there. And it's a real amazing hotel. I'm gonna show you some pictures here or somewhere. And it was great. It was fabulous. Well, when we stayed in LA, as always, we stayed in an apartment, and then for the last night, we had to find a hotel, and we Googled and stuff like that. And we used an app called Hotel Tonight to find a hotel. By the way, there's one thing I need to mention right now. This video does not contain any product placement at all. So this is all just my honest opinion on everything. So yeah, that's it. I haven't been paid by anything. So there's this app called Hotel Tonight, where you can book hotels for tonight or like in 7 days, up to 7 days in advance. And it's pretty cool because they got cheap rates, stuff like that. And we stumbled over the Lois Hotel in Hollywood, and I've never kind of realized that there's that hotel back there. It's right on the Hollywood Main Street, and it was great. It was a beautiful hotel, and it made it actually into my favorite hotels of 2017. And furthermore, there was this one when we went to Vegas to go to Vegas actually, and to shoot obviously Bravo 6556.
What if I told you space holds more than hostile, barren lands?
There was this hotel called... I have no idea what it was called, but it was a cool hotel. So the name was something about... I'm gonna Google it for you. I'm gonna Google it for you and show you a picture right now. And it was a great hotel. It was a little bit empty because we were there like on Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. It must be pretty busy at the weekends, but it wasn't at weekdays. So the roller coasters weren't running, the lock flume wasn't running. There's a lock flume going through the casino and everything, and it's not even Vegas. And here is the casino. Hello. Oh, this is amazing. You are like in lock flume, and there is casino. So badass. Very good, very good. And the thing is, it's super cheap. And it's like 40 minutes to an hour before Vegas, so I highly recommend if you're ever going to Vegas from LA, drive through there. You actually have to drive through there and then go and enjoy this hotel over there. It's really cool. Well, obviously you also have to eat some stuff while being on the road or while being somewhere you don't know or where you cannot cook. I love Indian food and I love German food, so I guess my all-time favorite was the Fido Müller in Vienna, where we've been 2 weeks ago or something like that, and they make the world's famous schnitzel, the Wiener Schnitzel, and it's awesome. It was so epic, really. It was like, I mean, the plate was like that, and they brought you a Wiener Schnitzel, which was like this. It was just immense. And it was pretty cool and it was great to eat. It was super cheap actually. Well, I know you don't have to say cheap, but it was just like super, it was worth the price, totally.
I have to do this for work.
Next up, there are some 2 Indian restaurants that made it into my brain, but I cannot remember any of these. But I have some pictures, so I'm gonna show you the pictures right now. So these are the pictures, but I cannot remember what it was. I'm gonna try to look it up on Google. Probably I'll find it. And it was awesome and delicious. It was like a small plate, but you gotta be careful when you go there because the waiter was like, yeah, do you want some more water? And you're like, yeah, I'd love to get some more water.
When you're asking like that and you think it was free, then it's not because it's sparkling and everything. So yeah, they were just a little bit like, whatever. And then they ask you for dessert, and then they bring you dessert, and you always have to pay it, and they say it's ingredients from the kitchen, and it doesn't make any sense, so you have to pay for everything. But
it was okay because the food was really, really good.
Mr. Stomach, are you hungry?
Next up, I have some favorite, how should I say, like, these are my favorite places with a view. These are my favorite views, these are my favorite these are kind of places, well, yeah, let's call it my favorite places with a view. So, probably in the top 10s, or nah, let's skip the top 10. Well, there was a great bar which I really enjoyed in San Diego. It's called the Nolan, and it's on top of the hotel in which we stayed. It's the Marriott. I have no idea how it's called. There are some Marriotts around town, but it's the one, oh, it's the gas lamp one. It's the Marriott gas lamp. The hotel, totally overpriced. It doesn't feature anything awesome. Expect this bar. The bar was really cool. You got the rooftop view over San Diego there at the Gaslamp Quad. There you've got music playing. They also had a DJ at the weekends. So if you're ever there in the Gaslamp Quad, you can go in if you're a guest or not. It doesn't matter. And it's on the, I have no idea, 20th, 30th floor. And it's really cool. I got some footage for you. That's what it looks like. I mean, there's so many places. I cannot say these are my favorite ones, but these are just ones that I really enjoyed. Besides all of them, I mean, LA was fabulous. New York is, always. It's so much impressions. But so is Switzerland, where we are right now, because I really started to enjoy Switzerland. I'm currently shooting some parts of a snowboard film, which will have a theatrical release in a year or two. For a big brand, and I'm doing this with world champion Fabian Rohrer, which is a good friend of mine. And at this point, greetings Fabu, hope you're doing good. And yeah, we went to Ängsligen Alp to do the first shoot to kind of get to know what we want and get to figure out how we should shoot things and stuff like that. So we went to Ängsligen Alp, which is in Switzerland, and it's like a deep snow fried kind of thing where you gotta drive up by car, and these are just like the steep hills where you can fall down if you look left. So obviously we had a good, or Fabu has that cheap Grand Cherokee thing, and it made me feel pretty safe, and it was great to go up there. But it's not that, you know, common ski area. There are much bigger ones like St. Maurice or the Jungfraujoch or things like that, where it's real big and touristy. So is not the Ängsligen Alp. It's really calm and cool and beautiful. That's why we went there, and it had super much snow, and I so much enjoyed the view up there. It was great, promise. Last but not least is the Valley of Fire. If you've seen my short film Bravo 6556, you've seen the Valley of Fire. It's a great place. We went there to simulate kind of Mars situations. Spoiler alert. Well, it's pretty obvious that it's planet Mars. After doing work and stuff, you obviously have to entertain yourself. I've been in a lot of shows this year. I've had the super honor that Shannon made me an awesome birthday present, actually 2 weeks before my birthday, to go and see the Ehrlich brothers. These are two brothers from Germany, and they're magicians or illusionists, and they're awesome. They have so much fun in their show. They have the big scenes, and they fill up the huge arenas. We've seen it in the Hallenstadion in Zurich, where we live close to, so this is amazing. It was so great to see this show. It was so much fun. It's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, and if you're around Europe, go and see it. It's so cool. Even if you don't understand the word, it's awesome. Talking about magicians and illusionists, I love them. I can also do some magic, but I won't show you this right now. Maybe another time. Well, talking about illusionists, there was this show in Vegas where we went to, and it's Chris Angel's Mind Freak show. And if you've ever heard about Chris Angel, he's the probably most talented illusionist in this world. And he's absolutely amazing. It was so stunning to see this show with all his levitation acts. He's floating around the stage, and he did that stuff with animals and stuff like that. And it's a huge audience. You got the sound and light effects, and it's so impressive. If you're in Vegas, or if you're somewhere where he's touring, whenever he's touring again, I don't know if he's actually touring, but when you're in Vegas, you got to see the show. It's currently playing at the Pyramid Hotel. What's the name of the Pyramid Hotel? I don't know, but it's playing there, and the show is awesome. Then you obviously have to see some musicals. Since I do a lot of work for musicals, I also got to see some musicals to know where we're heading to. And one of my favorites actually this year was Bat Out of Hell in London. They're currently playing in Vancouver. Greetings to my friend Rob. We work together on Anna Godi, the musical, here in Switzerland, and he's a really great dude. He's the musical supervisor and conductor of Bat Out of Hell, and so he was at the first weeks here at Anna Godi, which played just right, literally here, and it was great. So Bat Out of Hell is worth a visit. It will come back to London next year. If you haven't seen it yet, go and see it. It's filled with songs from Meatloaf. So if you love rock music, that's the way to go. Also the stage, stuff like that, everything great. I love it. Furthermore, I enjoyed 2 shows in Germany and 1 in Vienna 2 weeks ago. Robino, greetings to him. I'm gonna just talk about him later, but made me go and see the show. Dance of the Vampires, Tanz der Vampire, I have no idea. Yeah, it's the most, or it's Germany's, it's the best, it is, I guess it is. The show's running at Ronacher Theater there. They have some awesome video designs and visuals. It's in German, but they have subtitles up at the stage, and it's great. And also tourists understand. So if you're a tourist or traveling to Vienna, go and see the show. It's awesome. Oh, and of course I had one more thing which we did, or I had to show it to Shannon because we were together in Vegas, and I had to show her the Blue Man Group. She hasn't ever seen it, and I have seen it like 100 years ago when I was in Vegas. I don't know, maybe like almost 10 years ago. No, it was not, but it was a long time. I have a picture here, and this is the picture from this year's performance. So it was really cool to see the show again. When I saw it, it was at the Venetian. Now it was also at the Pyramid Hotel. Well, yeah, Blue Man Group, oh so great. Well, let's continue. Well, obviously you can't always afford to go to the big shows, so you also have to get some smaller ones or just go to the cinema. Movies is what I do for a living, so I figured out I should go and see some movies, and that's what we did this year a lot. When I call we, is mostly Shannon, but sometimes there are other people coming with me. I don't have many friends, but some. No, actually, it's Zoe Shan. Or yeah, that's it. Well, we've just seen Murder in the Orient Express, which is my all-time favorite. This year's. They totally recaptured the scene. The cinematography is awesome. The music is great. The cast is awesome. They have those crazy things, and they have super awesome lighting.
You know, there is something about that tangle of strangers, pressed together for days with nothing in common but the need to go from one place to another and never see each other again.
It's just great. Go and see it if you haven't seen it. It will win some Oscars. I'm pretty sure about that. Talking about great cast, there was another movie called Flatliners. It's also a remake. There was an earlier one, like in the 19-whatevers, and the cast at all is just awesome. So these are so talented actors, and they play so super well together that it's lovely to see the movie. It's great, and it's absolutely fantastic. Flatliners, if you haven't seen it yet, get the Blu-ray or whatever. Awesome film.
Do you have plans tonight? Do you want to have fun with me later?
Courtney Holmes, I am mildly surprised, but offer accepted.
Midnight basement, sublevel C.
What's going on?
I would like you to stop my heart. You give it 1 minute, and then you bring me back.
Okay, now's the point where you say it's all a joke.
One more movie I guess could be one of my favorites of this year would be The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman and some other awesome dudes, I guess, but I just remember Hugh Jackman from...
I look forward to reprising my role, P.T. Barnum, The Greatest Showman. Are we ready?
You may be playing The Greatest Showman, Huge, but I think everybody knows that it is I who is truly The Greatest Showman.
Seriously, dude, what is it? Sorry, can we just stop recording? What is your problem, man?
Yeah. That could be a pretty cool thing. If you have seen it, be sure to comment below if it's worth to go and see it or what you liked about the film. Please don't spoiler. Well, I'm not too much into that spoiler thing. I don't care. I want to see it myself, and then it's always different. So yeah, that would be a cool thing too. The more things I really enjoyed this year was Knott's Berry Farm. Obviously, I haven't been to Disneyland this year, if I'm right. But we were at Knott's Berry Farm. We go there quite often, maybe once or twice a year. It's in LA, if you don't know. A lot of people don't actually know. It was America's first fun park, and it's pretty cool. They got some awesome coasters. Ah, it's going the wrong way. You got cool people, and it's not that crowded. Well, it's usually not that crowded as the Disneyland parks. So if you're looking for some fun to do, it's way a better price. You gotta ride more coasters if you're into coasters and stuff like that, and you can do a lot of things. It's just not that same. Disney actually once wanted to buy the park to make Disney's Great America or something like that out of it, but they refused and they just stayed independent, and that's great. I love the independent spirit. Independent.
Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling.
Well, I also had some favorite projects, of course, to finalize this. My favorite project was Anna Goldie the musical. We have to work with just overall super talented people. Sadly, or in the very end, it didn't turn out that well. Financially, from this perspective, I didn't have much to do with it. We were just into the art part and not of the actually financing and stuff like that, and that went terribly wrong. But the show, the musical, and the feedback I got from all the people was amazing, and I was amazed myself. I loved it, and I will continue to love it. I guess we've done a great thing. And it was, yeah, just playing right here in our it was just playing right here in our buildings where we are in Neuhausen at the Rhine Falls, and I'm just very happy to have done this project, even if it didn't turn out that well or it didn't make us rich, but it was an awesome experience. know there are many things that went wrong. I'm calling you. Shut up. Well, it's not about taking or making people responsible for what they've done. It's more about making the best for you out of the situation, and I guess that's an important thing. Furthermore, I had a lot of fun shooting Bravo 6556 with Shannon in the Valley of Fire, and those are here in the studio. I really like the film. I'm looking forward to do some more science fiction or bigger science fiction projects in the future, because that's a kind of genre which I really like and I enjoy making.
1961, Yuri Gagarin was the first person in space. 1969, Apollo 11 lands on the moon. Neil Armstrong is the first to walk upon the moon.
It's one small step for man.
This changed the world's view of space forever.
One giant leap for mankind.
I had some great stuff with Robino Rich doing lately for his channel Richie's.
Let us put our panning on side for this one day and go backstage to Wicked, the musical. It's from the London production here in tour at Zurich. It's the tour production.
And then afterwards we also went to Vienna. That's why we actually were in Vienna with the Disney concert crew, where we also filmed some stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and it wasn't too weird because I couldn't make the listicons, things like that, and it was not too long for you. If you watched till here, be sure to write a comment and say whatever. I need to try it, you know. I need to kind of bring you to write comments under my videos, because not a lot of people do it. I was just up to do a video, talk about it a little bit, interact with people that are probably responding to this, and wishing you guys all the best for the new year, and looking forward to see you again in 2018. Have a great and very happy, amazing new year, and I'm looking forward to see you guys soon. Peace and love. Enjoy.
I'm way too good at